Most gardeners believe compost is the ultimate solution for improving soil. They spend months building piles, turning them, watering them, and waiting for that finished dark material they can spread across their beds. But here's the surprising truth. A lot of the best gardeners I know are not chasing compost anymore. They're chasing something far more powerful, what many of them call black gold. And if you're relying only on regular compost, you might actually be missing one of the most important soil building processes happening right under your feet. The problem is that traditional composting often burns through organic material too quickly. High heat breaks down nutrients fast, but it can also destroy some of the microbial life and complex carbon structures that build long-term soil fertility. That means your soil gets a temporary boost, but not always the long-term structure that plants really depend on. One thing that helped me start noticing these differences was using a simple 4-in-1 soil moisture meter, digital plant temperature, soil moisture pH, meter, sunlight, intensity backlight, LCD display, in my beds and compost areas. Soil that looks healthy on the surface can actually be too dry or too acidic for microbial life to thrive. A quick moisture or pH check can reveal why organic matter isn't breaking down the way it should. I'll leave the exact one I use in the description if you want to check it out. Once I started paying closer attention to those soil conditions, I began noticing something interesting happening in my garden beds, something that regular compost piles weren't producing nearly as effectively. That something was humus, and humus is the real black gold. Most gardeners use the words compost and humus interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. Compost is decomposed organic matter. It's extremely useful for adding nutrients and feeding microbes. Humus, on the other hand, is the final stage of decomposition. It's stable, carbon-rich material that can remain in soil for decades. Think of compost as the fuel that feeds the soil ecosystem. Humus is the infrastructure that holds the entire system together. It improves soil structure, holds water like a sponge, and stores nutrients in forms that plants can access slowly over time. This is why soils rich in humus grow healthier plants with less fertilizer and less irrigation. The challenge is that traditional composting doesn't always maximize humus production. Hot composting is often promoted as the fastest way to turn organic waste into usable material. That's true, but speed isn't always the goal when you're trying to build soil. Hot compost piles can reach temperatures above 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Those temperatures break down organic matter quickly, but they also burn through a lot of carbon compounds that could otherwise become stable humus. Microbial diversity can also drop during intense heating cycles. The result is compost that feeds plants but doesn't always build long-term soil structure. That's why many experienced gardeners use a slower, biology-focused approach to create black gold. Instead of relying solely on compost piles, I started letting organic matter break down directly in garden beds. Leaves, grass clippings, shredded plant material, and even small wood fragments get layered onto the soil's surface. This method mimics what happens in forests. Organic material falls to the ground, fungi colonize it, microbes break it down slowly. Earthworms mix the material into the soil. Over time, this slow decomposition process creates stable humus. It's a much gentler biological process than hot composting, and it preserves the carbon compounds that become long-term soil structure. Within a couple of seasons, the soil begins turning darker, softer, and far more productive. That's the black gold gardeners are after. One of the most important differences between compost piles and natural soil decomposition is, well, the role of fungi. Fungi really thrive in environments where organic matter breaks down slowly. They produce enzymes that break apart tough carbon structures like lignin and cellulose. Those are materials commonly found in leaves, stems, and wood. As fungi process these materials, they end up producing stable carbon compounds that eventually become humus. This fungal activity also creates these underground networks that connect plant roots with nutrient sources. Plants actually exchange sugars with these fungi in return for water and minerals. When soil supports strong fungal networks, plant roots gain access to a much larger underground nutrient system. That's why, gardens rich in humus often require less fertilizer. One reason many gardeners struggle to build humus is inconsistent moisture. Microbial and fungal life really depend on stable moisture levels to function properly. If the soil dries out too often, decomposition slows dramatically. On the other hand, if soil stays waterlogged, oxygen disappears and beneficial organisms decline. Maintaining that balance is honestly a lot easier when organic materials are left on the soil surface as mulch. Mulch protects the soil from sun and wind while slowly feeding the ecosystem underneath. Just monitoring moisture occasionally helps ensure the environment stays active enough for microbes and fungi to do their work. And when those conditions are right, humus formation accelerates naturally. After shifting toward this approach, I noticed clear improvements in my raised beds. Carrots and root vegetables grew straighter because the soil became looser and more structured. Tomatoes developed deeper root systems and handled heat stress better. Leafy greens, they stayed productive longer because the soil retained moisture more effectively. Even container gardens benefited from adding partially decomposed organic material to potting mixes. The soil stayed airy, microbial activity increased, and plants required fewer supplemental nutrients. Over time, the soil itself began doing more of the work. That's when you know the system is functioning properly. The real goal of soil building isn't just producing compost. It's creating soil that becomes more fertile every year. Humus does exactly that. It stores nutrients, supports microbial life, and improves soil structure all at the same time. When gardens accumulate humus, they become more resilient to drought, nutrient loss, and temperature swings. Plants grow stronger because the soil ecosystem is supporting them continuously. Compost still plays an important role, but it works best as a fuel source feeding the biological system that ultimately creates humus. That's why, experienced gardeners focus on building black gold. The longer you garden, the more you realize that healthy soil solves most plant problems before they even appear. Plants grown in living soil are naturally more resilient. Water management becomes easier. Nutrients cycle more efficiently, and harvests become more reliable year after year. Black gold isn't a product you buy in a bag. It's something you build by understanding how organic matter, microbes, fungi, and moisture interact in your soil. If you found this helpful and you enjoy practical, experience-driven gardening advice like this, consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with another gardener who wants to build healthier soil. Because once your soil starts producing black gold, the entire garden changes for the better.